Hi, I'm Jody from Sportsmith's tech support team, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to change a chain on a bike that has no Masterlink. To change a chain with no Masterlink requires removing it from both sprockets. To do so requires loosening the flywheel from the frame. The flywheel in your bike is very heavy. It can cause serious injury or damage when removed from the machine if not done so very carefully. The first thing you want to do is put something in the frame underneath the flywheel just to help catch it and cushion the fall. Next, you will need to remove the nut from each side of the flywheel axle. The next step is to remove the two chain adjusts from each side of the bike. Be careful when doing so because the flywheel will be loose in the frame. For safety reasons, you should have a second person hold the flywheel in the frame until you're ready to remove it. To remove the chain adjust from the bike, simply remove the bolt from the front of the frame. Now loosen the brake fully and then carefully remove the flywheel from the frame. To do so, you will need to move back and then you'll have to lift the flywheel just a little bit to get it out. The flywheel is very heavy, so you may require a second person to help you do that. Once it's out of the supports here, you can set it on the frame below and just kind of hold it in place and it will not roll anymore out of the frame. Now that the flywheel is out of the frame, you can remove the chain from the sprocket on the flywheel end, then remove it from the other sprocket, like so. Install the new chain over the crank sprocket and then feed it onto the flywheel sprocket. Now carefully set the flywheel back into the flywheel supports. Reinstall the chain adjust to each side of the flywheel. Install the bolt through the frame and into the chain adjust. Screw the bolt in, but do not tighten it yet. Do not fully tighten the bolt yet. Now install the nut to each side of the flywheel axle, but do not tighten it yet. The next step is to adjust chain tension. As you can see here, the chain is rather loose. To adjust chain tension, you will tighten or loosen this bolt on each side of the flywheel. To tighten the chain, you will turn the bolt clockwise. To loosen the chain, you would turn the bolt counterclockwise. At this point, the chain is still just a little bit loose. This is a properly tensioned chain. You should have roughly a half of an inch of flex. The next thing you'll want to do is to do a flywheel alignment. To do so, you'll want to look straight through the frame from the front, as our camera's doing here, and you should be able to line up with the frame and the flywheel and make sure that they're parallel. Currently, the flywheel is a bit crooked. As you can tell, if I move it just a bit, it actually lines up where it's perfectly straight. That's what you want. And to accomplish this flywheel adjustment, you only want to turn this bolt. If you turn the bolt on the chain side, you're actually adjusting your chain tension. So now we're just going to tighten this bolt just enough to hold the flywheel straight in the frame. Now that you have proper chain tension and flywheel alignment, you can tighten the nuts on each side of the flywheel axle. This completes the demonstration.